Hi everyone, it's Jody from An Eye for Beauty, and today is Sunday, January 30th, 2022. And this message is for this week or whenever you're hearing this message. I want you to take a minute before we begin because I'm going to sage. So I want you to close your eyes or lower your gaze. Obviously, you are not going to physically see the smoke, but through the camera you will see it's smoking. And so when smoke comes up, it means that you have to clear your aura because you're probably taking on other people's stuff. So imagine now that this sage is clearing you of anything low vibrational, of anything negative, clearing your space, clearing your aura. You're setting the intention, and that is the key, setting the intention to clear. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to ask our Creator to give us the guidance we need to receive today. And we're going to call upon Archangel Michael. And he comes in for strength, courage, and protection. And protection is what we're asking for. So here's what we're going to ask Michael: to come in and to put you and I and everyone listening in a bubble of electric blue light, shielding you and protecting you from any and all low negative energies. The only thing that can go through the bubble is the vibration of love. And that is where we are heading in the year 2022. Can we step away from so much conflict and so much fighting, so much frustration and anger and rage? It's still there. I'm not saying it's going away like magic. But can we start to come more from the heart space, more from a place of love? When you're going through a situation, can you step back? Even if you're driving the car and someone's driving like a crazy person next to you and you want to have road rage, can you say, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just move forward. The person didn't know how to drive, but I am not going to let it get to me. I'm going to come from more of a heart space place. I'm not going to hold on to it. That's what the sage is showing. All of these things that we hold on to. Can you detach from these things that you normally would hold on to? Can you let go of these things that normally take up so much space in your aura, in your energy field, that aren't even serving you? Can you do that? So hopefully, and know that at any time you can call upon Archangel Michael and ask him to protect you, your car, your house, everywhere, anywhere, whenever you want to. And hopefully you will start to put that into practice. So we're going to pull from 3 cards today, and we're beginning with card number 1. And card number 1 is saying right now you are standing in an energy of planning and action. And the number 2 is represented on that card. So let's first talk about the fact that you need balance. In order to plan, you have to make sure you're doing like 50-50. 50% of the time you are spending on work, 50% of the time you're spending on play. 50% of the time you are in this action, like doing things. 50% of the time the action is a restful action. 50% of the time you're in a planning state, and 50% of the time you are starting to put it into fruition. We have to come back to a place of balance. If you're someone that is building a business, let's say, you don't want to be 100% or 150% in the business. You forget all about taking care of yourself. The people around you suffer. You forget to take care of your inner self, your emotions, maybe traumas that you're holding on to that you need to work through, because you're putting all the energy into one side versus the other. When we go into this planning and action step, we need to make sure that we're fully in alignment with it and we're doing it in a balanced state. Because when we're not balanced, we get out of whack, and we get out of balance, we get out of alignment. And that serves no one, including you. So if you have a goal beginning this week, stepping into February, and your goal could be anything. You're going to start a new gym routine, or you're going to start a new eating routine where you're picking better foods that serve your body. And when I say that, because I want to say a side note to that, everybody's body is different. There's no one size fits all. So let's stop looking at the idea of a diet, and let's look more at what foods nourish you. What foods serve you? When you drink your water, are you looking at the water to nourish you? Because that is also important. Looking at the stuff that we eat, that we drink, that is around us, and are we showing gratitude for it because it nourishes us? Sitting in a quiet space is nourishing. Taking a bath is nourishing. Taking a walk outside or going to the gym and doing some strength training or going to do yoga is nourishing. Find things that nourish you. That could even be your planning and action. So it's not necessarily a goal that's connected to a career. It's anything right now that you're working towards. Start planning accordingly, but remember to stay in balance. That's card number 1. Card number 2, which goes along with card number 1, is now you're taking the steps. And taking steps is your intention. And when we take these intentional steps, we're building a foundation that is going to be solid versus going to be wobbly. And if we look back at card number 1, if you're not doing the 50-50 balanced state of planning and action, you will have a wobbly table is what comes to mind. But I also think of when we used to build the houses with the cards, or even when you play Jenga, what happens in the end if it's not a balanced, strong foundation? The whole thing flops over. So when you're looking at whatever it is that your goal is for the month of February, I want you to take into considerations, even if they are baby steps, you're moving in a forward direction towards this goal that you have. And a lot of people get so hard on themselves because they're not taking big, giant steps. But that's not how you succeed. How you succeed is when you keep it in your heart space, when you're balanced, when you have a goal in mind, and no matter what kind of steps you're taking, tippy-toe steps, baby steps, regular steps, you're moving in the direction of what it is that you're going towards. And can you do that? That's our card number 2, and I hope that that is going to be your intention if that's the card that you chose. Be kind to yourself. And card number 3 is about courage. Putting on the armor, whatever it is that you need, that you might have a little bit of fear behind. Can you say, fear or no fear, I'm going to go towards this. I'm going towards this goal. I'm taking the steps, big or small. I'm taking them anyway, and I'm putting on the courage, even if I falter, to keep moving forward. Even if you falter, it's okay. We can learn from our mistakes. Mistakes are not a bad thing. Mistakes guide us to learn from them so we don't make the mistake again. Everything is an experience of learning. So can you put on the armor and have the courage and call upon Archangel Michael, who comes in for strength, courage, and protection, maybe to walk with you and to guide you so that you can move towards whatever it is that your goal is for this coming week and into the month of February. I want to pull one more card for us, and I want to see what Archangel is coming through with this message today and who flies out. Archangel Raphael. So whatever you're walking towards is healing, and it's heart healing. And what he wants to remind you to do is to breathe. So going back to the first card, don't be someone who's just going, constantly going towards their goal. It's all good to go towards the goal, but if you don't take the time to breathe, to acknowledge where you are coming from to where you are currently in the present moment, to show gratitude for where you are in the present moment, to breathe and allow in that nourishment, even for something like this where you have walked towards this goal. Even if you walk towards it with baby steps, you've accomplished something. Can you breathe in and be grateful for what you have so far achieved? And finally, with the world events, look at where we were in 2020. Look at all the things in 2020 that were foreign to us and all of the things that have come out, the truths that have been revealed, the things that we're seeing now that many of us had the veil over or the rose-colored glasses on for. That takes a lot of courage to even see it. And through this process, can you look at 2020 to today and see how far as a whole human consciousness we have come? And can you realize that through all of it, we're not in control of it at the end of the day anyway. We have to just walk through it. Can you take time to breathe? Can you take time to ask Archangel Raphael to shield you in his emerald green light to help you with the healing process? So we have Michael, electric blue, for protection and courage and strength. We have Archangel Raphael, emerald green, for healing. So there are times when clients will say to me, I saw the color green, or, I walked into the room and I saw a blue light. That's how you know that Michael and Raphael are with you. Even if you don't see it, they're with you. I don't see it all the time, and I know I can feel it. So we all have different ways of connecting. But allow yourself, give yourself permission to connect with these incredible energies, because all they want to do is help and serve each and every one of us as we walk through this journey of life on this earth, especially during this time. I hope that this message serves you for this week, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.